Hi guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm back again with that basics junky kind of junk journal that we have been doing, and we've got quite a bit done in here already. So we're just kind of continuing really in the same kind of way that we have been doing. So we're just filling it with kind of anything and everything that's on my desk. So it's kind of similar to doing like a what's on your desk journal, but we're doing you know, a junky kind of version of that, if you see what I mean. So sorry, I just slipped off my chair, kind of kneeling on it, and yep, slipped slightly, but I'm fine. So yep, serves me right for constantly kneeling up on my chair. When will I learn, I wonder? Right, okay, so what have we got? I'm just having a look around the desk because I did have some things printed off, you know, for other things, which I thought, well, actually, whilst I've got those things printed off, you know, I'll bring those things along because I can then use those things here with this journal. So I'm just pulling in a few of those things, and let's just see. Oh, I've got here this, oh, no, that's one that I have not done double-sided. Well, I've got this here, which is some scrapbooking paper, so that might be quite good to use. And aside from that, oh, they're mainly the Pink Lady papers. Oops, hold on, I do have some other bits here. Oh, I've been away from my desk for a few days, so yeah, it's hard to remember, isn't it, what you've done and what you've printed off and what you haven't. So yeah, okay, right, it's coming back to me gradually what is here. So okay, yeah, I've got quite a few bits and pieces actually under here, kind of more than I remembered actually. Oh, okay, right, yeah, okay, just checking what's about here. So yeah, got quite a few bits and bobs that we can use. So, you know, we're just doing a very eclectic mix of stuff really. So let's just pull in a few random bits and pieces. So the theme so far have been kind of these florally papers from a floral book, and then we've mixed it in with some digis and things, you know, just a whole bunch of different kind of looks and stuff that's been going on. So pulling in a few more of those bits and pieces. So I've got here some more of these. Now these we used on a different page, so if I just pull that up, we use these here. So for the sort of continuity aspect, I like to be able to use, you know, similar things, if that makes sense, because then, you know, we've got those things kind of further back there, and then we have another page with similar papers and things here, which then just all adds to the cohesive kind of feel of a journal really. So this here is just some scrapbook paper. Now I'm just going to fold this down, and I'm just thinking, let's just do some sort of like little flippy type piece. So I'm just going to cut it down here, oops, along here. Okay. Like that. Okay. And then I'm just going to cut it down here. Like that. Okay, right, so that would be like a little flippy piece, and I'm thinking we could either have those papers in the background, or we could have someone, you know, actually stuck onto here. So I'll just take some of these, and I'm thinking put them on here. So again, just snip this down a bit, like that, okay. So just squish this in. Okay. I'm just going to take some of these like that and just pop them onto there. Okay, so I'm just going to glue those down. Oops. Okay. Oh, honestly, I've had such a lot of fun making this journal, and I mean, I'm sure that I said this when I showed my, you know, my original journal that I've sort of modelled this on. You know, it's been such a long time since I've done anything like this, where I'm just pulling in absolute random stuff. And yeah, I've had such a good time that I just think, actually, I'm going to do some more of these types of things, because, you know, they really are good fun to do. And you get out of the zone, don't you, and kind of end up doing similar things, I find. And yeah, it's kind of nice to revisit some other things sometimes, isn't it? And kind of think, oh, actually, I really enjoy doing that type of thing. So here I've just got a little section here, which I'm just going to tear this rather than even fussy cut it. And I'm thinking that what I could do is actually glue this onto maybe some book page or something. And have it as a bit of a tuck behind there. So I'm just going to take a bit of book page here. Okay. Like that. Okay, right, pop that down. Glue that down like that. Okay, right, just going to tear this around because, you know, I'm liking the torn kind of look for this. So, yeah, tear that down there. I mean, I've just glued it onto his, thicken it up so that, you know, if I want to pop something behind it, it's not going to be really flimsy and rubbish, you know. So, yeah, like that. I'm thinking kind of that there. That there. Then I've got those building images. Now, let's just tear this one out. I don't know whether I want to use this one, to be perfectly honest, but... Could have, oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Oh my goodness, I mean, I love this. I'm tempted to hoard that. So, yeah, let's... Oh, quite like that as well, actually. Oh. Decisions. There just seem like there's too many nice pictures there. About that one, that one's lovely. Oh, they're all really nice. Now I'm struggling to decide which one to use. I love this, I must say. Then I do equally love the one on the other side. Oh, I don't know. What if we do? Let's just see how this would fit. Right, I'm just going to kind of tear around this and sort of fussy tear this a little bit. That and just with those. Okay, so yeah, I'm thinking, could we have that somehow in the background there, or could we have it in the background here? Let's see. It's quite lost in the background, which is a shame because I really love it. Unless I have it more. Perhaps I'll get rid of this. And something more like that. If I could have something more like that, what do we think? I don't know. Not sure that that's really kind of like doing an awful lot in that background, to be honest. Decision, to be honest. Right, let's see. There's loads of to be honests going on today, aren't there? Don't know why I keep on saying that either. Pretty irritating. It's irritating me, if it's any consolation. So if you're feeling irritated, it's also irritating me. So yeah, you're not the only people who are irritated by it. Right. Let's take this street scene here. Because sometimes, you know, it could just be that I've got the wrong scene, you know. maybe a different one would kind of like fit on there better. We could have it like that. Could have it like that, I suppose. Yeah, we could do something like that, couldn't we? And actually have it right over there. And then tear this and have like half put on the page and half put on the pocket. So should we try and do that? So I'm just going to tear some book page down to just have in the background of that page, just again for a bit more interest. So something like that. So just going to glue this down. Sorry, my glue's got threads all hanging all over it. Okay. Going to go in sort of similar, or not similar, close to the crease. Like that, okay. Looking good. And then here, right, going to put this here onto the side of here. Okay, like that. And then this, I'm going to try and do so that I have it snipped off here and the rest of it glued onto the page, if that makes sense. So this one will go here. So just wondering what to have in the background. Again, got obviously the rest of that floral, which we could definitely have on here somewhere. Maybe something like that. Okay. So let's get gluing some bits down. Always find it really helpful once I've started actually gluing things onto the page, because, and I know I say this all the time, it just kind of makes me, you know, it brings commitment to the page, or, you know, helps me to commit to something to form the page. So yeah, let's pop that one down like that. And honestly, for anyone who's not watched the rest of this series, I've spent the whole time saying that the cohesive finish is going to come once we have applied the paint. So yeah, I'm going to just repeat myself again. The cohesive part of this is going to all come together once we start gluing bits on. Let's hope that I'm not just talking rubbish, and that is going to be the case. Right. So let's just put this down. Okay, like that, like that. Okie dokie. Okay, right, let's get rid of these scraps, because now I've got a whole desk full of scraps. Right, so this, I'm going to just ink it. Oh my goodness, I'm filming this the same day as I filmed the other one. So yeah, I hadn't used my desk in a few days, and now I've used it to do 2 consecutive videos. So right, let's just quickly ink this up. I've still not bought in a blendy, you know, blendy pad, blender, sponge. So I'm just having to make do with a wipe. I mean, I'm just trying to get a little bit of ink on there so it's not quite such bright white. So let's just pop some glue down on here. Okay. Right, move that back. So yeah, it's quite far back on that piece. Get my wipe. Okey-dokey. Right, that one is glued down there. Just snip that off there. Right, so then this, we're going to have here a continuation of that picture. So I'm just going to tear it down here so that it's got a little bit more room to fit. Like that. Okay, so the picture just continues off of the piece, which I just love that sort of look. Now here I've got obviously the rest of this, which I'm just wondering whether we could have it flipping down at all. So I'm just going to cut this end off, cut this piece here. Okay. And then I'm going to hook this, oops, hook this onto here. Yeah, okay. So, you know, it's just about adding extra pieces for interest, really. So, you know, not only does it provide extra journaling space, but it also does provide extra interest. So if we didn't have this, obviously, you know, it would kind of be like a boring page. So just by adding a little bit extra, it just makes it more interesting to actually look at, doesn't it? So like that, and then you could have, oops, maybe just a paper clip. Oh, if I can actually get to the paper clip. Oh, come on. Oh my goodness. What on earth? This is the only thing that happens when you rust these, you know, with the patina. I mean, I've done them in plastic bag, and they do get kind of stuck together a bit. So they can be a little bit fiddly then to separate. But yeah, I mean, not impossible. So yeah, I'm loving how this is looking. It's really, really nice. Now, just wondering, I have been using these little labels. Oh, actually, I just suddenly spotted this. Just wondered whether like we could have some sort of blue, like for a contrast, you know, just, or any colour for a contrast, but the blue just happened to be there. And I thought, oh, I was going for these labels. Then as I picked them up, the blue kind of flicked out. And I thought, oh, let's just try a bit of blue there. I mean, clearly it really has no place there whatsoever, but I just wanted to try it just to see. Just wondering. We have like that there. I have got this blue flower. Just wondered whether we could add there, you know, to tie the blue in, because otherwise the blue's a little bit out on a limb, you know, in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, by just having that piece, does it tie the blue in? What do we think? Or does it just look really awful? Is it better without the blue? I mean, weirdly, I moved the blue away and I think, oh no, the blue actually does add something. So yeah, although I'm not convinced, actually take the blue away and then I'm quite convinced, you know, kind of then thinking, oh, blue looked really good actually. So let's put that there. Right, let's just see what we have here. Because we've got this, again, just like floating stuff, you know, stuff that's floating about on my desk. So just thinking, could we have, you know, could we have more? Could we have like something like this? Or do we think that's now getting too wild, wacky and wild? Maybe it is. Maybe it is getting a bit too wacky and wild. I've got some of these tiny flowers. I used some of these on the last video. I've had these for years and years. I think I bought them from eBay. I think they're actually some little Prima flowers that you used to get in a tiny jar. And yeah, sometimes, because I don't think we really get them in this country, but sometimes I've seen them for sale, you know, on eBay, and I've just bought them like that. So that's what they are. Oh, do you know, I now have got that usual problem where then I move this away and think, oh, it did look better with it. So yeah, I'm now stuck, I'm afraid, having this here. So yeah. And again, you know, this is going to be sort of covered up a little bit once we do the paint over here. So I've just glued it on 3 sides, so potentially it could be a pocket, providing I don't glue this over it, which there is a possibility. But I will just forget, and this will go down on it, but let me see. So yeah, I'm thinking put that there. Now again, shall we use, sorry that there's so many agains in this video, I do apologise for that. I don't know why I'm constantly saying that now today. That's obviously my latest craze. I seem to go through phases of just, you know, catchphrase one after another. Right, I've got some yellow twine. Not loving it, to be honest. I mean, it looks quite good because we've got this yellow flower, but it's not great from other points, is it? So, right, let's just put this blue down. Yes, I hope that everybody's having a good day. Hope you're doing some crafting, working on some lovely projects. The sun is shining here, so the sun shining, it always puts you in a good mood, doesn't it? It's lovely to see the sun shining. So yeah, it's a good day here. Right, just deciding now how I want to put this. Oh, okay. So yeah, this one I'm going to actually put the paperclip here, although I don't think it's going to reach, so I probably need, oh, it does just about reach. Can you see that? So yeah, but I may want to replace that with a larger paperclip eventually, but I'll just go with it like that for the time being. So just make it there, a little pocket to the side like that. So just grab a wipe, press that down. Okay. Right, and then here, like that. Okay, right, this one, I'm going to put here. Oh, I can't decide. I think the yellow is pretty because it looks very pretty against those yellow flowers, but there's something that's not quite right about it, because obviously it is the only yellow, actually probably the only yellow in the whole journal, which, you know, it's just a bit, you know, not sure. Yellow's not really a colour that I use a great deal, so I feel a bit sort of hesitant from that point of view as well. Let me just try one of these smaller labels as well. Yeah, it's a very warm day outside, so, and I say this all the time, but I do feel my head, so this will probably not go up for ages and ages yet. So if you're watching this thinking, what's she talking about, you know, it's not hot at all where I am. It is hot here, so yeah, I promise I'm not lying. Right, I'm going to put this down, and then this just brings in that yellow. Again, going to put it down as a pocket. This is minuscule, so, you know, whether or not this gets used as a pocket, I'm not sure. But like I always say, it doesn't matter. You know, you don't have to use them as pockets if you put them down as pockets. But it does give you the option. Whereas if you don't even pop it on as a pocket, you know, you don't have that option, do you? So, yeah, just put it down like that. And then here, like this. And do we want some sort of fabric or something going down there? We had been using quite a bit of this white, which we could have somewhere, perhaps the white with some, oh, that's quite pretty, isn't it? Okay, right, so I'm going to now put the twine round. Yeah, I am going for the yellow. I finally made a decision. So yeah, tie this round like that. Okay, let's just cut that down. Okay, right, and then just glue this round here. Like that. Okie dokie, right. That's good. This is going to glue here. So I'm just going to leave it for a couple of seconds because obviously I don't want to, you know, glue it down and then have it stuck where I've stuck on the thingy-me-bob, the glue. So let's just see what else I've got here. Okay, that's some ribbon. Don't want ribbon. Yeah, I'm just seeing what else I've got laying around because I did have quite a few items here that I was thinking of using. So no, don't want to use that. Oh, we have got these as well, which we've also not used. Yeah, not used these at all. So I've forgotten obviously about those. Right, okay, let's just hot glue this down just for speed. Again, just going to glue this down as a side pocket, and then you've got the, you know, the option whether to use it or not. So like that, okay. Right, looking good. Okay, right. Don't think I can fit this now anywhere. It's just not going to fit physically, you know, physically there's not room on the page. Right, this little bit of fabric, should we have that anywhere? And then I have got this, which, yeah, I'm going to have that just there. So just going to, oops, glue that down. Okay. And just going to pop that little blue flower on. Just going to use my hot glue for that. Okay. Like that. Right, looking good. Now, I've also got some of my street names. I think these as well were victim of the tea spillage. Okay. Oh, that's quite nice up there, isn't it? Yeah, love how that looks. So, pop that on there. Okie dokie. Looking good. Right, so this, I think, let's just staple a flower on or something, shall we? So, not sure about that flower. What about this one? Oops. Yeah, it's quite pretty. And then I've got some more of those lovely pieces from the pretty Taperology stuff. So, do we want to have it? I've made that probably a little bit on the big side now. Let's tear this down. Okay, so it's just more, oh, look what I've done there. Right, so it's more like a little journaling spot. So, yeah, thinking staple that. So I'm just going to staple that together. Can't spot my Tim Holtz tiny attacher at the moment, so I'm just going to use my big stapler. Like that, okay. Yep, looking good. And we will just pop that down there, I think, in the corner. Oh dear. Again, just going to hot glue that down. Okay. Like that. Looking good. Okay, so yep, I love how that's all come together. Really pretty page. And I know, I'm going to say it again, you're all sick of hearing it, but yeah, honestly, this is going to hopefully come together once we've painted everything. So if you're thinking, what on earth, it's going to hopefully be a bit like magic when we apply the paint. So yeah, we've got a lot of different things going on so far in this journal. But, you know, hopefully just loving how it's looking. So should we do this page here? We've also got the back and the front to do. So actually, let's do the back and the front, shall we? Or the back or the front. Probably won't have time to do both, obviously. So yeah, let's just do one or the other. So just got this here, which is just, you know, lingering around, obviously, from that last piece that we did. And then I've got this book page, which I'm thinking possibly could use with that. It's quite pretty, doesn't it? And then, right, wonder whether we could use one of those lovely building images. I do really like this one, to be honest. So let's just cut this down. Obviously it needs to come down quite considerably because it's quite large at the moment. So yeah, let's take that down a bit. Okay. Like that. Okie dokie. Right, get rid of these. That's not really going to work, is it? I was thinking that would go quite well, but to be honest, it needs orange, doesn't it, over here? So yeah, let's just have a look and see what we can do. I've got some of this. This is my, you know, oh, what's the word? Headers. My vintage header printable. So let's just take one of those. And it's been printed on thickish paper. 230, I think, GSM. So yeah, we could definitely have this. Could even have it like that. Or we could have it here. Let's just see how that would look. No, because I'm just covering everything up, and then it's pointless having it there. just wondering whether we could have, I mean, I quite liked it there, almost like a pocket on its own. Or we could have it here, like a pocket on its own, and then maybe this opposite with some of this pink maybe poking out somewhere. So let's just check this out. Okay. Maybe like that. That's quite pretty, isn't it? Yeah, quite like that. And then we're just going to, again, sort of busy it up with different bits and pieces. So let's put this down here. Okay. Right, let's use the wipe. Get this one stuck down. Okay, yeah, like how that looks. And then this piece we're going to put here. So like I say, I mean, these are just like, you know, papers that were just laying around on my desk, actually from really when I'm creating printables and, you know, I have to print them multiple times. So, I mean, they're just like, you know, scraps really. They're not kind of, well, I'm not saying they're not useful, but, you know, they're scraps really, because they were while I was trying to get things right. That's what they're from. So, you know, it's good to use them or be able to use them up. I'm thinking, could we have that there or that way? Let's just see how this is. So if we have that there, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? So I'm just going to fill this in here. So just to cover up that cardboard really. Like that. Okay. Put that down there. And don't forget, this is all going to be painted. So, well, it's not all going to be painted, obviously. Then that would be completely pointless having put this here at all. But it's going to be painted a bit. So, yeah, that's going to, you know, significantly change the appearance, hopefully, of all of this stuff. So, right. Oh, that's quite pretty, actually, now. That is quite pretty. Yeah, I might even have to have that now. Perhaps we'll have this somewhere else. Perhaps we'll just have this on here, to be honest, because I quite like the look of that. That's quite nice. And then we could have this. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that actually. So I'm going to just glue this down onto some book page. Again, just like making this a bit more hardy, you know, a bit more rigid, because it is quite flimsy. Okay. Like that. Right, whoops. Okay, glue that down. And then just ink that up a bit. Again, still not got my blendy tool, so just going to go over a bit with a wipe. Not ideal, of course, you know, I'm not making a brilliant job of this because it's hard to blend with a wipe, but it's better than nothing, because I am actually managing to get a little bit of colour on this. So, you know, it's better than nothing. There we go. Right, okay. So just cut this down. Okey-dokey. Right. Okay. So then on here, we're going to have this here. We're going to have this over here, which I think looks really pretty. So yeah, let's put that down there. Actually, I will pop some onto this raggedy edge, which, you know, is hard to obviously get to, but just otherwise it's going to be really tatty and really awful. But I like the look of it, you know, so I do want to have it there. Although, who knows, we might end up covering it up anyway with something, but for the time being, it's on there. Okay. yeah, love how that looks. Okay, and then here, going to have this, got obviously the rest of this little piece, so we could just pop that there, something. Let's just see what of that book page we've got. That's handy, isn't it? So perhaps what we do is just tear around that flower, because this obviously just matches those flowers on the facing page. So like that. Okay. Oh, it's even quite nice there, to be honest, but I was putting it here really to tie in the flowers, you know, from each side. So that's why I kind of felt like, you know, it would benefit from being over here. No, I'm not so sure. Maybe like that. That is quite pretty, actually. So again, just going to staple this, and actually I've got some of that. Oh, got some of this as well. No, not going to use that, but I have got some of that, you know, this stuff, so maybe some of this behind it. So let's just, oops, just tear that. Okay, like that. Okay, let's just glue that, staple that down. Okay, right. And then, yeah, I'm going to glue that across there. Now, this is a little bit lumpy, and to be honest, I've actually done it the wrong way round, really, because it's got like this fake snow type effect. Well, it's splatters, really. It's probably not fake snow at all, but yeah. So I should have done it the other way, because now these are quite lumpy and bumpy, but they do kind of scrape off quite easily. So just get rid of some of those so it will glue a bit flatter. Okay, right. So I'm going to have this here, that there. And I'm also thinking we could maybe have like a little foldy piece somewhere as well. Maybe down the side. So let's just take that. Take that. Okay, let's get rid of these. Oh, get rid of all those little splatters or bubbles or snow, you know, whatever they are meant to be. Do we want that there? No. No. We could just have it tucked in, I suppose. That might be quite nice. Right, okay, so stop mucking about now, I must. So, yeah, let's put this one down here. Okay, and just glue this down. Okay, like that. And then this one, again, just going to dab some glue there, and then just going to pop this up here. So this one I'm going to just do with a dab of hot glue, because it's got that sort of net stuff behind it. So I just want to kind of clamp that down with the hot glue. I mean, it probably would do the same with the wet glue, but obviously it wouldn't be instant, so it just saves me having to hold it, really. So yeah, like that. Right. Okay, so I mean, that page is looking probably pretty messy, to be honest. You know, bit of a mess, but yeah, hopefully we're going to hopefully tie it in. And I do always say hopefully, because there's no guarantees, obviously, that we're going to manage to pull this all together. Right, but I have got some ribbon, so let's just ruffle some ribbon along the bottom. I've also got a pretty flower. This is just one of those mulberry paper flowers, so we could have one of those somewhere. Now I've got some tickets here that, again, these are from the lovely Taperology stuff, so we could just put something like that there. So should we just staple that together? Okay, then we'll just, again, just use the hot glue you know, very unnecessary, to be honest, to be using the hot glue, but it's just, you know, it's just nice and quick and easy. Right, okay. Now I'm going to ruffle this ribbon along the bottom of this page. So I'm going to go in, actually, I think from this end. So yeah. And just exactly as I have been doing recently with the sari silk. So just popping a line of glue. Again, obviously the hot glue is what I find, you know, works best for this. You could try it with wet glue, but to be honest, it would be a painful process, I think, because you would have to, you know, keep on holding on to it, or maybe like bulldog clip it or something like that to hold it in place. The hot glue is just perfect for this. You know, you can get the ruffle going pretty easily, and it looks gorgeous, to be honest. So yeah. Right, oops, my goodness, what was I saying? Oh, it's really easy to muck it up, and then it's of course not so easy. Oh my gosh, now I've got red nail varnish going on there, nearly said red lipstick. Oh my goodness. So I'm just going to cover that up where I've obviously made a bit of a mistake there. Right, just pop a little bit of glue there for the end. Okay, right, looking good. Okay, I'm just going to snip that ribbon off here. Doesn't matter how the end looks, to be honest, you know, because we're just going for a junky journal, so you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. So that's that page, and again, you know, we will probably add lots of things to that. We're going to do the painting, we're going to probably put some other bits and pieces on, and of course we're going to stuff all the pockets and things. So yeah, I hope that you like the couple of pages that we have done today. So trying to find the other one now. Oh, can't actually find it. Oh, there we go. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will come back and we will do, obviously, probably the painting. I will probably do the remaining pages now off camera, and we will come back and do the painting together and the stuffing of it. So, because you're probably all a bit fed up with keeping on watching it. So yeah, I hope that you like how it's coming along, and I will see you guys in the next video. So see you guys tomorrow. Thanks, En. Bye.